Quebec is lifting its mask mandate for high school and elementary classrooms next month.
We see again this week that there's a decrease in the number of students that are absent because of the COVID.
As of March 7th, students will no longer be required to wear face masks while sitting in class. Masks will still be required in common areas such as hallways and on school buses. Some Quebec teachers are expressing concern about the plan, saying that the virus could still spread rapidly in classrooms that have poor ventilation. Joining us now is Dr. Suman Chakrabarty, infectious diseases specialist, and thank you very much, Dr. Chakrabarty. Let me ask you about Quebec's plan to drop the masking requirements March 7th. Alberta already embarking upon that, and other promises from other provinces and territories coming up. Is it time?
In my opinion, yes. But I understand the trepidation that people are having. Look, the mask has been a part of our attire, essentially our uniform, for the past 2 years, and it certainly has an element of security associated with it. But if you look at the data, even before the pandemic and going forward, what we have in the pandemic, the amount of help that it offers is quite marginal, and certainly it was important for us to have that at the very beginning of the pandemic. But as time has gone on, we're seeing in places that heavily mask are having big Omicron outbreaks regardless. And I think at this point in time, the mandate is no longer justified, but I fully expect people to continue to wear them, and they shouldn't be shamed for doing so. I just think at this point it should be downgraded to a recommendation.
And do you think the mask mandate in schools, it was put in place for all the right reasons, but do you think it worked? And the reason I'm asking this is because a lot of people are saying, depending on the age of the child or the student, those masks were not properly worn at all.
It's a good point. And if you look at countries in Europe, as well as the WHO, they don't recommend the masking of kids. And I think that, especially the younger ones, I don't think it makes much of a difference. And I really think that going forward, whenever we make any broad spectrum types of recommendations, we really have to think about trade-offs. And when you look at children, the vast majority of children have almost no risk of severe disease. So what are we really doing with the mask? And yes, there will be transmission, and we're certainly going to be seeing that going forward as we learn to live with the virus. But we can do so safely right now. And I think that some people will still wear the mask, but I think as a mandate, that time is now passed.
Dr. Chakrabarty, let me also ask you about herd immunity, something that we've been talking about, or we talked a lot about in the beginning of this, not so much anymore. But health officials saying, it's not necessarily herd immunity. We should be talking more about herd resistance. Walk us through what that means.
Yeah, look, as time goes on and more people are exposed to the virus, which is going to happen, we're all going to be exposed to this. If you think about it, at the end of March, it's estimated that 50% of the world's population will be exposed to Omicron. The more times you're exposed, you get immunity, and it's more difficult for the virus to spread around quickly. We will see virus spread, I especially expect at times like the winter time, like we see with influenza. But as time goes on, this will get less and less as well. So the big point is that immunity is the way that we've always had to deal with viruses, whether it's from a vaccine or from our own immune systems. And the point is that that's no different with coronavirus, and this will evolve as time goes on. And I think that, again, our immune systems have been doing this for much longer than we've been thinking about it in the last 2 years for COVID.
And before I let you go, let me ask you about the Queen, who we know has COVID, that being announced this week. And her symptoms have been said to be minor, but minor symptoms for a 95-year-old. How concerning is that?
This is concerning. We know that the biggest risk factor by far for severe disease with COVID is age. And we did see, especially with the Omicron wave, I saw many people that COVID wasn't the primary problem. It kind of was a catalyst to destabilize other medical conditions. So, I do think that she will recover. I certainly hope she does. But yes, we do have to remember that even mild symptoms in a 95-year-old can be important. And that's why I'm sure that her doctors are keeping a closer eye on her. But again, Omicron has been milder, and most people do get over it. And I wish her all the best in the coming days.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Chakrabarty. Appreciate your time.
Take care.